good evening. Welcome back to Golden Dice Podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Brian, and with me tonight I have Scott and Flock. How we doing, boys?
Doing well.
Fantastic. It's tier list night. Woo!
It's tier list night.
Leaders.
And not only one tier list, but two tier lists.
But two.
We're going to be
because
doing two
we
tier
don't want to
lists.
talk with each other tomorrow.
No, I've got very important things to do tomorrow.
I have the same important things to do tomorrow.
Flock doesn't want to do it, but it's fine.
No.
We're going to be the very best tomorrow.
Come on, Flock.
Like no one ever was.
Go Chikorita.
Yeah. Do it. That's actually what Flock would pick.
I do like
That
Chikorita, but I like Tordidile more. So
Turtidile. So anyway, we're going to be doing a leader tier list, as you can see on the screen in front of us. I have all the leaders in order. Shout out to whoever made this tier list. I didn't do it. I just reorganized it because it wasn't in order. But we're going to go leader by leader. I'm going to read them out loud while y'all get something together and figure out what we got. So Scott, pull up your phone, get a notes app or whatever out, and let's
we gotta do like a reveal thing, right?
Yes, we do. So I'm going to read the first one while you get that set up. Remember, our ranking goes from S to D, S being the best, D being the weakest. And I have a feeling I know where most of these are going to go, but let's go through them one by one, starting with Chancellor Palpatine, How Liberty Dies. Action. Spend one and exhaust this leader. Search the top 5 of your cards for top 5 cards of your deck for a card with plot, reveal it, and draw it. Put the other cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Epic action if you control this leader. If you control 7 or more resources, deploy this leader. I can't read tonight, my god. Flips is a 7, 6/8. When deployed, the next cards you play using plot this phase costs 3 less.
Now, before we start, since I'm new to the tier list, is this in like relation to other leaders? Or is it relation to like themselves in the set?
Well, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
like as we talked about in the last episode, when we went over the last sets, it was basically we redid it based on how it was based on the set. So that's kind of how we do it.
You said that with such confidence.
Yeah, I don't know.
Basically within the set.
Yeah.
So like how we looked at the other night's tier list, set 5.
But S tier is probably reserved for like, oh, this will see premiere play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say S and A are probably the ones that make a little bit of a splash.
Okay.
Me personally, I know where most of these are going, but whatever. We're gonna give it a try. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Reveal in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
C,
right.
and Scott with a B.
And B. So typically, how we do this, Scott, since you're just joining us on these
I'm the odd man out. I know I'm the odd man out, so it's going to be at C, which I'm fine with. I would have put him at like a low B. He was not like a high B for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the ability to play plots cheaper definitely is one of those things that makes sense. The discount, but he's just such a late deploy.
He is. He definitely is a late deploy.
I mean, he's a traditional blue-green control deploy on 7, so that's not terrible. You have all the same tools we have now, but like hit the flip turn, is the plot's really going to change it? Or like you have Palpatine that flips, it steals a unit, like that's a huge flip turn on 8. Are the plots good enough where it can drastically change it, where you're able to play, because you can play multiple plots, right? So
however you can afford.
Yeah, so you essentially have 10 resources of plots that you could play on the flip turn. It's like, will that change the game?
Right.
So
but we've seen all the plots at this point.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's a few that kind of help, that kind of make sense, but there's a few that are like do damage and then also beef up, like kind of like upgrades, but like okay.
So I think that the plots that you're going to see on this guy the most are Unveiled Might, Palpatine, and then plot armor.
Yeah.
Palpatine to make the Sentinels, plot armor to beef him up, obviously, and then the Unveiled Might to make him stronger. That comes out to 9, I think, though. So, how much was the bounty armor?
The Armor of Fortune.
Yeah, was that 2?
Yeah, it's 2.
So you might deploy him one turn later if you can, and then plop all those things on him. But I mean, it Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the whole point of it. It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's 3 less. So you can
Duh.
play.
3
You can
less.
spend up to 10
Yeah.
resources.
You get a free Chancellor Palpatine.
Yeah.
Right. You get a free Chancellor Palpatine or a free, a deeply discounted unveiled might. But there are other plot cards.
You
Like
could
the
also
Sentinel.
get a free 1 in the million, even with the aspect penalty.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. So I mean, there are definitely things, and obviously we're kind of pigeonholing him into green, but he could go anywhere else as well. So, I think that this is a typical spotlight deck leader where it's like he has potential, but can we crack him is the question.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, he would be at like the bottom of B for me, so C is acceptable.
Right. Yeah, and think about once rotation hits, like all the blue villain staples are gone anyway. So
Yeah.
But in Eternal or whatever the evergreen format is that has everything, maybe we look at something else. Okay, moving on. If we want to say anything else about Palp before we move on. Nope. Good. Jabba the Hutt, wonderful human being, is a 5-drop leader. Action on his leader side is spend 1 exhaust. A friendly damage unit deals 1 damage to an enemy unit. If the friendly unit has 3 or more damage on it, it deals 2 damage instead. Flips on 5 as a 2/8. When another friendly unit is dealt damage and survives, you may have that unit deal that much damage to an enemy unit. Use this ability only once each round. Got our thinking caps on.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking
About ready?
caps yep.
3, 2. Oh, I lost my note. 1. Okay.
A plus,
All right.
B, and an A.
A plus and B. Yeah. So I'm the odd man out here. I think he's gonna be great. He's gonna be good. But I just have hesitations that if you nuke the leader on his I mean, he's an 8-drop. You could suit him up. I guess he's a suit up leader, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, he's not.
I
He's not
like him
dying
for
on the flip
flavor-wise.
turn. He's not dying on the flip turn. The only thing that'll kill him is
No.
Power of the Dark Side.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't know if it was going to be super strong. There are other options. I actually go ahead.
The A ranking is because I think he's going to be the premier leader for.
I was going to say that. I don't see him being in limited, but I definitely see him being high in premier. Did I mix that up?
You did.
I
Mix
think you mixed that up.
Oh, I think it's gonna be the other way around then.
You think he's going to be high in Premier,
Yeah,
but not limited?
I think better in premier than limited.
I would
Really?
agree with Scott. I mean, you could be totally right, Flock. I don't know, but
I just think an early flip leader with very resilient stats that can also, and then you have his ability in limited will happen more often because things have lower, weirder stats.
Oh, true. Yeah. There's no just nuke.
he has he has like a better ability. He has a better mace ability. If that's relevant at all, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with this one. I do think that there's it's interesting, but I'm unsure.
Okay. So he's going up at A.
Yeah, we'll put on an A.
Yeah, he's going an A. Okay. Next leader. It's not letting me scroll through nicely, which is annoying. Lamasu Su. We modified their genetics. Action exhaust. Play an upgrade from your hand on a friendly non-vehicle unit. It costs 1 less. If you do, deal 1 damage to that unit. Lamasu Su flips on 6. He's a 3/7. When this unit completes an attack and survives, very important, you may play an upgrade from your discard pile on a friendly non-vehicle unit. It costs 1 less. Thinking.
I'm thinking hard.
So I think I'm going to be the controversial one with this one. Again, probably. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Oh, see, I thought so.
C, A,
Yeah.
and D.
I think he's going to be pretty good. I don't think he's better than. Now you guys have convinced me that Java's probably better, but I do think that he's going to be really good in limited and in Premier. Just because of the fact that this feels like, especially when rotation hits, this feels like a very go tall meta. I think that we're going to see a shift in strategy a little bit and his ability to suit things up. And the one damage is not. It's definitely a fair trade, if not a better trade than, keeping your action economy and resource economy in check. I could definitely be wrong about that for sure.
Well, I mean, think about it. We have Han that does 2 damage, and you play it for 1 less.
Yeah, but that lets you play units, not
right.
But now you can get
upgrades.
Upgrades. Only
Right.
1 damage.
Units are better than upgrades.
Units are better than upgrades. I would agree with that. But you can play it from the discard pile too, which is nice on the flip.
On the flip, yes. I think the flip side is especially where the power comes in at.
Yes.
The downside with the flip side, 1, it comes at 6, and 2, a 3/7.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna want to suit this guy up like ASAP. Hopefully, the plots are where you're gonna find his strength. Because not only are the plots sometimes upgrades, but the plots are also gonna help him survive.
Yeah. The downside is his ability is when this unit completes an attack, it is not on attack, which means the upgrade is not
right.
You could put an upgrade on them, but it's not going to help them for that attack.
Right. And that's what I mean where the plot comes in, because the plot, you should hopefully have something in there, another Unveiled Might, or I don't know. I think you'd play him in blue-green. I've seen a lot of people theorize him in mono blue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where the power in that one comes from. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
So we've got an A, B, C, and D. So where does this actually go?
A, B, C, and D? There's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
Flock, where did you put?
I said D. I
said D?
I just think the for a 6/3/7, the stats are a little low. And we've already seen, like, just thinking Premiere. If we think in Premiere, we're thinking, I don't know if going big right now is a thing. We've tried to play upgrades, they get demolished. Like, there's plenty of ways to just nuke units. So I'm not in love with it, but definitely can see it in limited, and definitely at rotation, definitely will go up. But right now, I'm just like, what upgrades do I really, really want? And I hate when this unit completes an attack, because it ruins it. So
sure, yeah, I would be content with him at C.
Yeah,
I think it's a
I
good
said
compromise.
C, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I think it's a good compromise. Better or worse than Palpatine? I think worse. I mean, if the way you guys are talking about it, I think he's worse than Palpatine, I would imagine. I definitely understand what you guys are saying also, that the 3/7 and the complete attack kind of ruin his leader side, but or his unit side, but I think he's, I don't know, I think he's got some untapped sauce.
I can see it.
Possibly. I'm going to get heat for thinking he's better than Jabba, though. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so moving on. Leia Organa of A Secret Bloodline. Action is spend 1 and exhaust this leader, disclose blue, green, red, yellow, or heroism. If you do, give an experience token to a unit that doesn't share an aspect with the disclosed card. She flips on 6 as a 4/7. On attack, you may disclose blue, green, red, yellow, or her hero. If you do, give an experience token to a unit that doesn't share an aspect with the disclosed card. Scotty's thinking. Scotty's thinking real hard.
I am. It's tough.
I think this one's very easy to place.
I think so too, but I'm going to be completely away from you guys. I'm betting.
We'll see. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yep. D.
Yeah, I think she's
D and Scott with a C. Yeah.
Tell me what her redeeming qualities are, Scotty.
If you look at her a little bit like Snoke.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got the same body.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got the sexy Snoke body. She's got a very similar action. You're giving a experience token to something, and you're restricted on the something that you're giving it to. The downside is if your hand doesn't agree with you, it doesn't work.
Right.
But I think you can probably find in limited play a number of aspectless cards where you can just reveal heroism.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just do that. So that's where I'm thinking that there is some attractiveness to her.
Okay, I can see that. I think that deck building with her is kind of a nightmare. And your hand can definitely get bricked really quick.
Definitely can get
but
bricked.
also can Snokes if you don't have the villainy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here, there's a lot of blue heroism cards that you now can't give it to a blue heroism. So you're trying to go for whatever. The double aspect will ruin it because, like, if it shares anything with it, you can't give it the experience.
Well, you're not. I'm not saying you're not. Why would you run double aspect cards?
Not double. What? You don't have blue heroism cards?
Okay,
That's like so if you have like a blue heroism,
that's double aspect.
Yeah.
So,
it's gonna be tough to.
I mean, you just have to reveal yellow, red, or green.
Yep.
Yeah, it's doable. It's possible. But like, I think there's just way too much going on, especially if it costs 1 and your hand has to line up with it. It's not just like a free Snoke where it's like, all right, I deck out in villainy and then I go from there. It's like, well, a lot of things have to line up, and I just think there's not a lot of consistency that makes her decent. And coming out as a 6/4/7 is fine.
Yeah.
But also, if her thing was better, she would be better.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be surprisingly good in limited.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like, all right, you just have a bunch of like non-heroism card just aspects, and then you're like, oh, that lines up more often than you think.
Yeah, I guess I'm just not sold on disclose yet. You're basically.
Oh no, I'm not sold on disclose at all.
Yeah.
I just think experience tokens on units are good.
Yeah.
Just
giving your opponent hand knowledge. I don't see it yet. That's all.
Or put her in D.
Yeah.
That works for everybody. Top of D.
You can do top of D.
When other people go into D, she's going to reign right here, Scotty.
Yep.
Satine Kryze, standing on principles. Action, exhaust this leader. Heal up to 2 damage from a unit. If you do, deal that much damage to your base. She deploys on 5 as a 0/8 with Restore 4. I have no idea what to do with this leader. 3, 2, 1.
D.
Okay.
D.
All
and
right.
C.
My grade is solely because I do not like the idea of this being
archetype
a thing.
Yep.
Especially in limited.
Oh, in limited, this is going to be a nightmare to play.
Like, you're just going to have... there's a lot of healing in this game, which is one of the reasons why, like, I had Chancellor Palpatine maybe up a little higher, even at 7. Because I don't think that this set is as aggressive as Legends of the Force from the standpoint of limited play, because of the amount of healing that is possible.
Yeah.
I think she is a bad archetype because she is a survive deck that does not have a win condition.
Mm-hmm. She flips and she's not doing anything but restoring.
Yeah. I think she's going to be a nightmare in Premiere. I think she's going to be a nightmare in Limited. That's the reason I gave her a C.
Yeah.
Because I think that she has potential to strike out, or she has potential to be really annoying in her own niche little thing.
Yeah, I could see in Premiere her being like a very annoying mill deck.
Yeah, I was thinking mill.
But I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too. But I also think that you're going to see it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say about her. She's just kind of like confusing. She's going to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
very annoying.
I just think that she's a bad thing to have been made.
Minimally, you're healing 4 off your base once or twice a game in Limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
4 is a lot. Yeah.
So we both put her at D. I lied to you. She's going to go at top of D.
That's fine.
I did lie to you. Sorry.
Didn't even make it through one extra card.
Yeah. Colonel Yularen. This is why we plan. Action exhaust. This leader attack with the unit. Then you may attack with another unit that costs less than it. Currently, Yularen deploys on 5, has a 4/6. When this unit completes an attack and survives, you may attack with another unit that costs 4 or less. Three, two, one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we all agree.
We have Leia at home, but
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
I was thinking
He's-
Leia too. I think it's
and arguably he's much better in limited than Leia.
yeah.
Because he's just like cost rather than
The rebel
Trait.
trait. Yeah.
I agree.
and he's a 4/6,
Mhm.
which is better than
Yeah.
3/6 with raid. But yeah,
Yep.
All those things.
Yep.
I concur. Yeah, so B.
Yep.
Dryden Vos. I never ask twice. Action exhaust. Discard a card from your hand that costs 6 or more. Play a unit that costs 5 or less in your hand, paying its cost. It gains ambush for the phase. Dryden Vos deploys on 7 as a 5/7 with overwhelm and action. Discard a card from your hand. Play a unit from your hand, paying its cost. It gains ambush for this phase. I'm going to be controversial again. I can feel it in my jellies. Three, two, one.
Ooh, S.
I think of the set.
he almost the waffling was to almost an A.
I do think that he's probably got the most potential in this set so far.
I don't disagree.
I think
Yeah.
that he can be very, very good. I think he has the potential to strike out into the meta, especially post rotation. He gives the ability to ambush Vader, the new
Yep.
Legends
Yep.
of the Force Vader. He gives a lot of things ambush that wouldn't ordinarily find ambush because ECL is going to be rotating out very soon. Timely is going to be rotating out very soon.
Mhm.
I just think he has a lot of room to break out.
And he is that is a nice stat line.
That's the
Ev-
Dooku stat line, isn't it? Or
Even
he's
at-
5'9", I think.
5. Yeah, he's 5'8", I thought. 5'8",
Something.
5'9", something. I'm comfortable with him at A.
Yeah.
That works for me.
And
Better
you
or
can put-
worse than Jabba?
You can put him in front
Yeah,
of
I think in
Jabba,
front of
just because
Jabba.
I think he's got more premier potential.
I think so.
He's definitely got more. He's definitely got more potential.
Yeah, his
I
limited
don't.
is kind of interesting though, just because we're discarding a lot of cards. Like it was already tough. I don't
Well, how many cards of 6 or more are you going to
yeah,
have?
that too.
Anyway.
So his limited's
Not
going to
a
be
lot.
iffy.
in draft, that's a maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, in limited, he's a no.
In sealed, he's a no.
yeah. But
Yeah.
we're talking about Premier, I can definitely see him, especially after
I can
rotation.
see
going
him possibly seeing stuff where it's like Yularen will do nothing in Premier.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Or probably
He's
probably nothing.
Yularen's decent, right? He's
Yeah.
not a bad leader, but there
Yeah.
are people that just do it better,
Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah,
Sabine's-
you're
that's
just
the
going to play.
Sabine's thing.
You're just going to play Sabine.
Right. Yeah, that's why Leia's been overshadowed all these years.
Yeah.
All right, so comfortable A, top of A.
Mhm.
Next up, we have Bail Organa doing everything he can. Action: spend 1, exhaust this leader. If a friendly unit was defeated this phase, return a friendly resource to its owner's hand. If you do, put the top card of your deck into play as a resource. So this is a different one than we're used to. This is not an epic action. It is a reusable action. His action says exhaust, discard 2 cards from your hand. If you control 4 or more leaders, deploy this leader. On 4 or more, whichever, he deploys as a 3/3, and it says when you play a card from your resources, heal 1 damage from your base.
So plot, smuggle.
Plot, smuggle for now. This is a tough one. I think this is the hardest.
Hardest to conceptualize.
Yeah, hardest to grade too right now, I think. Three, two, one.
Oh, Scott.
What is that, Flock?
Oh, what the?
What is yours,
I don't
Scott? I
know.
can't see.
Mine's a C.
everyone's
Yeah.
vote just okay. So BB and C. Okay, Flock, you were the C. You're the
Yeah.
standout. So what do you think about this leader?
I mean, as I was already wrote it down, I started thinking of more stuff. So I was just more concerned with his flip side, the condition for flipping, and then also just having a 3/3 body. But you said you can do it more than one time, so that's the plus thing. But still, just a weak body. And also, I was also thinking that you get to put stuff in the resource that you want to use later, and I was like, that's actually not that bad. So
Yes,
I wasn't thinking about that.
kind of.
So I could probably bump him up higher than where I had him after I literally wrote C down.
I think this is going to be a high skill ceiling leader.
Yeah, I don't want to play him.
I don't either. I have no interest in him because
I'm going to play him all right now.
That's not going to work.
That's not going to work for us at all. He's got a lot going on, and you are going to be dumping your hand quite a lot. I don't know if that's particularly relevant. Like you said, Flock, there's going to be a lot of cycling. You can still find what you want to find for the most part. And with plot being what it is, and we still have smuggle for now, I think when the rotation hits, he's exponentially worse.
Unless smuggle comes back in a lawless time,
right? Unless smuggle comes back, but that in between, it's like I don't know. He can be good, he can be bad. I'd put him behind Yularen, is my personal opinion.
I would put him there as well.
Okay, we'll put him behind Yularen. Haters can come for us in the comments. That's fine with me. I don't mind. So next we have Mon Mothma forming a coalition. Ignore the aspect penalties on non-villainy official units you play. She deploys as a 5/3/7. Ignore the aspect penalties on non-villainy officials you play, and each other friendly official gains +0/+1. Three, two, one.
Ooh. Got an A, a B plus, and then I got a
so Flock. C. That makes you the odd man.
I'm always the odd
as
man
always.
Out.
Yeah, you are.
I just don't think so. If I want to look at this as like a limited, I know there's a lot of officials, but like, am I really excited for a lot of these officials? And not really. There's some that are good, but then also on the premier side, it's just like we've tried this already with Nalase. Similarly, and we also tried this with Hera similarly, and they never really panned out. So I'm sticking with that.
I think there are more options though. Like that's where I'm sitting.
There are more options, yeah.
So I sat at a B plus. I am currently thinking about her in Data Vault, and there are a lot of things that make her really annoying and survivable. And I think the 5/3/7 body is good. I think that's the only reason that she might step into the meta. I don't know if she necessarily is going to take the world by storm, but I really do like remember Chancellor Palpatine legendary from set 3 that makes ready tokens and stuff. He comes back. Leia from set 1 can come in. Senator Chuchi from this set can come in. You throw Sabine's Masterpiece in there, and then it gets all kinds of different buffs. I think that she's got some interesting play lines. I don't know. Scott, what do you think?
I think in limited formats, she's going to ease the deck building. That's my main caveat to her, where I'm like, ooh,
100%. I'll put her probably right here. I would say.
Fine by
I think she's right on par with Jabba. Any objections?
Yes.
Too bad, Buck. Okay. Dedra Meero, not wasting time. Action. Spend 1, exhaust its leader. Choose an enemy unit. Its controller may deal 2 damage to it. If they don't, draw a card. She deploys on 4 as a 2/5. While you have more cards in hand than an opponent, this unit gets Raid 2. 3, 2, 1.
A,
Oh,
and C.
okay. All right, Scotty, hit us.
I think that she is. There's not a I just don't see enough payoff for the whole like I get raid 2 when I have more cards in hand than you. That's harder to control than say Kylo's ability where it's just dump your hand. You can dump your hand if you want to dump your hand. And yeah, that's kind of where I see her at.
Flock.
Spending 1 to potentially do 2 damage, or on the downside, drawing a card is not the worst thing in the world because it'll help with her turn side when you flip with having more cards. So I don't hate it. And a 4-2-5 with the potential of going grade 2. I mean, because we already have Sabine that's a 4-2-5 with the on attack, so doing 3. So I can see her doing more damage potentially than even Sabine would do, quicker than that.
To counterpoint your thing there, Scott, I don't see her body as a I see her more as like a crowd control, right? Like I think of her in the red blue villain shell where it's just control. I like kind of like the Vizsla. What was it, pre-Vizsla, that leader? I kind of see her as the same thing but a little better. Because she's not dependent on how many cards you draw in the turn. She's dependent on how many cards you control. And she has her own control side on her leader ability is more relevant, I would say.
More relevant than her body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could yeah.
So caveat being, if we're comparing her to Pre-Vizsla.
Pre-Vizsla's bad.
Pre-Vizsla's
bad. But I'm saying she does what he does, but way better.
Yeah.
And I think that his I mean, he was relevant once upon a time for a minute and a half. He won a PQ or something.
Or he placed in something.
I would come down to like mid B.
Okay.
A and C, right? What was we had?
A and C.
So like here, where do we want her?
You guys want her in A, so you gotta. Are you putting her?
Yeah, put in the middle.
So is she better than Yularen? I would argue she is.
Yeah,
I think she's got more potential than Yularen.
I think she goes top of B then. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So moving on to Governor Pryce. I forgot this was a leader. Governor Pryce, Threat of the Thaw. Action, spend 1, exhaust this leader, ready a token unit. She deploys on 6 as a 4/6. This unit gets +1/+0 for each ready friendly token unit. On attack, create a spy token. Mm.
1 second.
Now I'm changing my mind.
I
don't know.
I gotta
do some research.
Kinda.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Especially since we don't know how great the spy tokens are going to be.
Well, now, before you say that, it doesn't need to be spy
True.
tokens.
It doesn't need to be spy tokens.
True.
It just needs to be a token.
That is true.
3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you and I are pretty close.
Yeah. Flockton? You want to go first?
Yeah. So I was just thinking about spy tokens, as we talked about just earlier. So I'm thinking readying the spy token's not that bad, but do I really want to pay 1 for 2 damage by readying the unit? It's like, okay, I guess if you have the time, the resources. And then also now we're talking about spy tokens and when you flip, you're going to get the +1 damage, but we've seen this with other leaders where if you take care of all them, she's not that much better. I mean, a 4/6, that's below average for a 6. We want like a 4/7. So she's already got low health than normal for a 6 flip. And now her damage is based on how many token units, and you can control that pretty easily, I believe, especially if you're going after spy tokens. especially in the limited format for this, some spy tokens, they don't do any damage back. So you attack it, knock it out, and then so.
I do agree with you that I think spy tokens are not good.
Yeah.
I do think they're kind of limp noodles.
Yep.
At the end of the day. So the card that stuck out to me for whatever reason when I was looking at this leader is Scramble Fighters. You make 7 TIE fighters, and then she's an 11/6 for the turn. But then you have to run Scramble Fighters.
Did they come in ready?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They can't attack the base for that turn, but they do come in ready.
Yeah. Okay.
There are like the Clone Wars. You can drop the Clone Wars. You can do that one card that makes you. I think it's a double green actually. That you probably can't use that. She's got some weird things going on. And she flips late with a good body. I think she's redeemable, but I don't think she's going to see play.
Yeah. No.
Outside of limited.
I'm looking at her in a limited sense, and in limited, I would definitely pay 1 resource for 2 damage. Because I think you can create spies. They're just going to be hanging out on the side. Yes, your opponent can kill them, but then they're not using their actions to kill your other stuff, which, in some cases, like just means your other stuff is going to live just because of the action economy, not because their units are not trading now.
Yeah, we are seeing ways to make spy tokens, and they are becoming a little more abundant, but
yeah.
Even so, like I don't know how reliable it is that you're going to get a ton of them out there. So the most she'll be is possibly a 7/6, which isn't bad at 6, but
yeah, and you're not going to have the initiative at this point because you're going to spend 1 to ready it, then you got to spend another action to attack. You're losing.
Yeah, you're never going to have.
You're going to lose the initiative right then and there. So
the fact that they need to be readied also is I get it. The balancing of it makes sense, but it's rough. It's a rough balancing act.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with her in C.
Okay. I think that she's worse than Chancellor Palpatine, but better than Lamasu Su.
Okay.
I think. Do we agree with that?
I'm all right.
You go with that.
Okay. This one that got spoiled this morning, yesterday, if you want to think about it, the showcase did get spoiled, but Cassian Andor, Climb. Friendly units that have damaged an opponent's base this phase can't be attacked unless they have Sentinel. Cassian Andor flips on 6 as a 6/2 with Overwhelm and says, while you have the initiative, this unit isn't defeated by having no remaining HP and can't be defeated by enemy card abilities. This is the magnum opus of weird cards.
Yep. 6/2 is... Whew.
Yeah. I don't know if I like my rating for this one at all. I've been thinking about this a lot the last day or so.
Oh, I got it.
And then the leader ability didn't really help my decision.
It's tough. I mean, it's
I had to change.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
A,
all right.
B, C, and a B.
Give it to me, Scotty.
I just think there's got to be something to that. I do wish he came out on 5. That would be significantly better if for him. I just think, being able to come out with, you got to have the initiative, so you got to plan around that a little bit, but being able to keep a 6 attack leader on the board and get, a few uses out of him is going to be really like punishing to your opponent.
That's fair. I mean, the 6 with Overwhelm is definitely relevant.
And his regular ability synergizes. You just want to be like going face. You're just going face the entire time and just claiming initiative. You're like stacking up action cheating. You're like a Delphi fighter and
Yeah, I think that we are again kind of undervaluing, and maybe rightfully so, the whole mechanic of this set, which is plots, right? Mm-hmm. All of these leaders can be better when they flip because of plots, if the plots don't suck, for lack of a better way of saying it. I mean, and I just don't know.
Yeah.
I think that this card being successful or not is entirely dependent upon if the plots are good. And I still have not made that decision for myself, personally. I don't know about you guys, but I'm leaning towards they're not. And I have no idea what I would pair Cassian with. I mean, I guess green, red, rebel,
maybe yellow.
Sabine. kind of yellow makes sense too.
Yeah,
Even blue with his unit.
Maybe green
like,
because if you have the attack banner delta or something like that, or was that double green? I forget.
that's double
What's
green.
the
You're
one?
thinking Rebel Assault.
Yeah,
Rebel Assault.
Yeah, so you're pairing them with green because you want Rebel
Yeah,
Assault.
that's pretty much what we want.
Yeah, and even then, I'm like, I don't know. Once ECL rotates out,
Yeah,
and I think that making a tier list in set 6 in particular is so difficult because rotations on the horizon. You have to take these into consideration and whether it matters to you or not, right?
Yeah.
I see him being middle of the pack, and I think he's plot dependent.
Yep.
That's my take.
I do have a rules question with him. If he gets deployed and you have the initiative, and someone like attacks him, and for some reason you don't attack, and then next action they take the initiative, does he just die?
Dead. Yeah, he's
That's
dead.
hilarious. Okay.
Yeah. What did I write in Discord?
That's funny.
I give my action phase I give my turn for an action phase I may never see. Something like that. The Luthen monologue.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's super interesting design wise. I don't hate him.
Yeah. It's just to go fast. Which is weird to go fast with, like Scott said, on 6. I wish he was 5. Because you want
a 5-6-2.
You want to be beating them by turn 5, turn 6, not coming out on 6. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
obviously he loves Cinta Kaz.
Yes, that is the one plot that makes him legitimate.
He likes Jar Jar too.
He does like Jar Jar. He likes Cinta Kaz. But if you're playing Cinta Kaz, you're spent.
Yeah.
So
unless you come out on 8.
Unless you come out on 8. But at that point, like,
why would you do that?
Oof, that's rough.
Yep.
So we were all over the place with this one. I don't know what to do with him.
Throw him at the back of B.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I do think he's like right here. He could be good. He could be.
I can see it. Yeah.
Wackadoodle time.
Wackadoodle.
Next up we have Luthen Rael. Don't you want to fight for real? When a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 damage to a unit or base. Luthen Rael deploys us on 5 as a 2/7 and says when a friendly unit is defeated while attacking, you may deal 2 damage to a unit or a base.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're
agree.
pretty all in the same.
Yeah. I could see him being our S tier.
2 S's and an A-.
Yeah, that we'll put him up here.
Yeah.
I think he's good. I also see it's just one of those things where it's like, does someone do it better?
Yeah.
But in this set, like clearing up other things, they have to be defeated. Go ahead, explain to me why he's S. I don't disagree with you. Just I want to hear your takes.
The flexibility of dealing a damage to a unit or a leader or a base. That's really what I think pushes him over the edge. I think 2/7 for 5 is arguably pretty good as far as a limited stat point goes. I mean, obviously it's not the 3/7 that we saw with Jango Fett, but that was overdone. Like, so 2/7 is, you kind of like that because if you put an upgrade on him, he's got a very big butt and he's not going to get taken out. And just like the idea of being able to suicide into stuff and still get some damage to the base, I think is really good for board control and still advancing the win state.
Yep. Easy trade ups too. So if you're short of damage, you attack it. It dies and you get to kill whatever you have if you're short 1 damage. Yep. So easy trade up, like Scott was saying, the flexibility. And if you kill it when you're attacking and then it dies, then you just do 1 of the base. So if you make good trades, you ping the damage. So I like it.
Yeah, and his unit side does that as many times around as you
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Obviously, he loves K2SO in Premiere.
Yeah.
And Heroic Sack in Premiere.
Yep.
I think Heroic Sack could be a reprinted card. because I think it's good enough, but also not too good.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, definitely has that.
Yes,
potential,
it's very fair.
Mhm.
So I think that if that's reprinted, I think he's well healed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah, I
valid.
like him.
I just didn't want to rate him a little too high because I'm concerned that someone might be better than him.
Do you think someone in this set might be better than him, or someone in existence might be better than him?
I think that's.
I know what he's talking about.
I'm looking at someone coming up,
know.
and I'm like,
I know.
I think this person's going to be really good.
All right.
I have one more S tier coming up. I think.
Okay.
Not to spoil anything. Sly Moore, Cipher in the Dark. Action: spend 1, exhaust this leader. If there are 4 more exhausted units in play, create a spy token. Sly Moore flips on 5 as a 3/6. On attack, he may deal 2 damage to an exhausted unit.
She's so ugly.
She's a ball baddie.
I mean, in her other pictures, yes. In this picture, no.
She looks a little malnourished.
Yeah.
In this picture. I was hoping it would get better on the flip, but it didn't. Looks like she's on Mustafar or something.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
A, D, and then a C.
Scotty,
Shout
hit me.
to A.
I think that if there are more than 4 units, more than 4 exhausted units in play, I think that's going to be easier than we think in limited play. I very much like her on attack ability when she's flipped. She flips early. I think she's got a fairly appropriate stat line. I think she's going to be good in limited.
I think spy tokens are bad. Therefore, I don't like her.
Okay.
And that is my only rationale.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that her on attack is good. I think that you will be able to get it off, and paying 1 for an O2 with raid 2 body doesn't thrill me. But you definitely will be able to get it off.
Yeah. But
You're a C,
but again,
right, Flock?
yeah, I was C. I mean, again, but I think the one thing I don't like about it is you're spending the action, spending 1 to get the spy token. So the earliest you could really get it out is if no one dies on the second action phase. But then you're giving up the initiative, and then whatever spy token you put down, they can easily trade and kill it. I mean, you might want them to tack that and then not tack your units you put down. But I don't know. It's just I'm not sold on spy tokens yet.
Do you plan on building her as like a weenies deck so that you always have exhausted units, or do you plan on making her like a token swarm deck, or like, not that you planned on anything just from this reading alone, but like you had to.
Yeah, I don't know in that regard. I was looking more in a limited standpoint rather than a premiere.
Ooh, the fallen lightsaber would be pretty dope. A lot of damage on when you're attacking.
She is Force.
Yeah, she's Force.
I mean, that is
Force Imperial.
I do forget that.
So you could put
So I had her at A. What did you have her at, Brian?
I had her at D.
I had her at
D,
C.
and you had her at C.
I'll put her right here.
I'm willing to come down on her.
Maybe like right here, top of C.
Because I do agree you guys have soured me a bit on the spy tokens.
Yeah, I just think the spy tokens are not long for the world, and they don't trade. You are taking a bad trade.
Mm-hmm.
They are leaving something behind and taking no damage for doing 2 to something. I'm just not sold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of not being sold, C-3PO. Human cyborg relations. Action: spend 1 exhaust this leader. If you control an exhausted unit, exhaust a unit. He's exhausting. Isn't that cute? He flips on 4 as a 1/6. On attack, if you control another exhausted unit, you may exhaust a unit. He continues to exhaust. And exhaust and exhaust and exhaust. Three, 2, 1. S plus.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. I need to hear this right now.
I like C-3PO. Very easy to get the exhausting off. It's very exhausting. But like, yeah, I feel like he's going to be very good. He's going to be what I wanted Mando to be. the Mandalorian to be. The Mandalorian was very tricky sometimes to get the exhausting off. This is going to be, I think, much easier to get off the exhausting. So it's going to allow you to just exhaust stuff and then just swing face. I'm really excited for him.
I will give you credit because you may exhaust a unit, and that includes leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Spending 1 to exhaust a leader is not bad. Attacking to exhaust a leader is not bad. I do think that he's a little slow in that sense, that like if you're exhausting something, they could just play around you really easily. Yes, he comes out on 4, but as a 1/6, he's just a nuisance. He's like Akbar, except you don't get an X-Wing.
Babu Freak.
But droids are so hot right now. Babu Frick is happening. There are a lot of droids in this set. Like, I understand, like, you could make him a tribal with droids and Babu Frick and, like, have a field day. Put Chopper in there. He's really annoying. The set 1 Chopper, where he exhausts stuff and discards a card and exhausts a resource. Like, you can make a really, really annoying deck with him.
Mm-hmm.
S+, though?
Yeah.
You crazy,
Dude, I am crazy. Watch.
You're crazy.
You watch.
Scott, what'd you put him at?
B.
I put him at C.
You want to put him at B? I'm cool with that. That's fine.
I don't want to put him at B, but I will because that's a compromise. Where do we want to put him in B?
We put him on the bottom. That's fine.
Is he better than Cassian?
Don't ask my opinion. I think he's better than Cassian, but
Drop him right there.
Okay. All right, sure. That hurt my soul.
Let's go.
Anyway, moving on, we have Padmé Amidala. What do you have to hide? When you reveal or discard 1 or more cards from your hand, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 damage to a unit. She flips on 6 as a 3/8. When you reveal or discard 1 or more cards from your hand, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. Three, 2, 1. We are all over.
Let's go.
Damn.
A, B, and a C.
Who wants to go first on this?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I just do not see enough disclosed that I care about.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
That's my main concern. That's obviously like a concern in a limited standpoint, because that's what you're going to have to deal with in a lot of cases. I mean, I guess I shouldn't call her a limited leader, because she's really only if you pull a showcase of her, right?
Yeah, unless you're talking about pre-release.
Unless you're talking about pre-release. I just don't think highly of Disclose.
I think that's valid. I think that she is fine. I think that the 3/8 body at 6 is fine. I think that she's right in the middle of the pack. I think she's a little better than Palpatine. Maybe. I think she's better than the 3PO. That's where I'm going to say I think she's at.
Yeah.
Flock,
well, if she's better than Palpatine, she's a C.
I think that she's better than Palpatine. I think she's better than 3PO.
Yeah.
So
but I'm comparing her to a spotlight leader in Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm thinking her premiere, yellow hero, so I can see her being some sort of like more aggro-y mid-range. Put her with Tarkin Town.
She's Quinlan.
Yeah. And I think she can get off her ability real quickly, take good control of the board. 3/6 or a 6/3/8 as a big body. I like that. So yeah, I just see you're being able to get off because it's also discard. So there'll be few discard yourself with a few of the cards and start pinging damage.
I also don't remember what the yellow plots do, truthfully.
Yeah, I forget what they are.
There are some that negate. There was one they revealed today on stream, I think. For the life of me, though, I don't remember. She might be good with plots. I know that she has a whole slew of things in Yellow Hero that disclose things.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's okay. I would put her right here-ish, maybe.
You're breaking my heart.
She's going down a path I can't follow.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'll come down.
Here or here or here? Like, where in B do you think she is? Or C or A? I mean,
I'm obviously wrong, but
I
got my hot takes.
I think she's like here.
That's fine.
That's where I'll be fine with that.
Okay.
I'll be happy.
I think she's right there. I think she's like her. I think they're evenly Palpatine.
Look at this bell curve we got going on.
Yeah. Aha. All right. So 2 left. Sabé, Queen's Shadow. When a friendly unit deals combat damage to a base, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of the defending player's deck. Discord. There's a typo here. Discard one of those. Put the other back on top. She flips on 5 as a 3/6 with raid 1. When this unit deals combat damage to a base, look at the defending player's hand. You may discard a card from it. If you do, that player draws a card.
I'm going to hit one of these. One of these.
You're not going to hit this one. 3, 2, 1.
A, and S.
I love the fact that Star Wars Unlimited makes these busted ass.
It's Keira Knightley. It's Keira Knightley, bro.
Yeah, but like, who knew that Keira Knightley's character is named Sabé before this? Right? Like, I didn't. I knew Corday because they said her name was Corday on the platform when she got blown up. That was in episode 2. I didn't know Sabé at all. No, but I think her ability's so good. So good. It's so annoying. And she pairs with the Obi-Wan Legendary really well.
Yeah.
She and her stats are great. She comes out on 5 as like a 4/6 essentially. She's really, really good. She's going to be super annoying to play against.
In Premiere, she can be really good with all the yellow hero discard, Ahsokas, and all that. Very, very, very annoying. And she's going to discard your deck, and then when she flips, she's discarding your hand.
I put her here since you're both A. Yeah. Anything else to say about that one?
No.
She's really good.
I think that was the one we were the most united on.
Close to, yeah. Well, I think Luthen. I think we had 2 S's and an A.
Yeah,
I had an A- for Luthen, but yeah, I agree. Yeah. He's really good. I can see it up there. DJ, need a lift. Action, exhaust. Choose a friendly unit. If you do, play a unit from your hand. It costs 1 less. The chosen unit captures it. 1 played ability is resolved after the unit is captured. He flips on 6 as a 4/6 with Saboteur, and says friendly units that are rescued enter play ready. He is double yellow. Double yellow. Three, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yep. DD and C.
So I, being the outlier here, I think that the only reason that he is good, and I'll say for now, is because of cards like Cunning, Bodhi, and Cantina Bouncer, and the Mandalorian from set 4. Sure, why not? I think that he's so
not Zuckus, bro.
The Finesman? No, I don't care about him.
But he's got fourth.
He does it the force. He just the limitation of not being able to use hero or villain cards.
We've seen what happens when you lose an aspect, and this is
not good.
Yeah.
This is almost like losing an aspect.
This is almost like losing an aspect.
I think it's worse than losing an aspect.
Hero and villain
cards.
is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Until we get a base that gives villainy or hero.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to happen anytime
Rare
soon.
base, 22 health.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I think he's just limited, and in limited he's terrible too.
Yeah.
Let me throw that out there. I think he's bad everywhere.
He's terrible in limited. That's why I would like go
abysmal.
Yeah.
Go buy.
In limited, I would put him at an F.
Yes.
And at Premiere, I put him at a C, like for the reasons I said, because of those 4 cards. But I could put him down here. Where do we think? I don't think he's worse than these 2, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I think he has a little bit of potential, like you were saying, with Cunning, some of those yellow cards. I don't know what color I'd pair him up with, but I can see him being very annoying in a certain archetype type deck. Would that archetype deck be good? Probably not, but definitely could sneak out some wins.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you are getting cheaper units that if you play right, you can manipulate them. Because you can play rescue cards to rescue your own units.
Right.
So,
I was about to say things like spare the target, but you can't because that's heroism. Like everything we think about just goes back to being like, well, he's kind of bad.
This guy is what I'm going to use as like dividers. Like card stuff. Yeah, because I have no interest in him. He's stupid.
No, I don't.
He's
I'm
stupid
sure.
character.
I'm sure like the KTOD is going to build him up and he's going to be busted, and we're super wrong. But like when that happens, I'll be happy.
We're
for
not
him.
wrong.
I mean, Bobby's a beast and he's great. So anyway, this is what we have for right now. Looking at this, do we want to make any adjustments?
I don't hate it.
I think our biggest error is going to be Leia at D because of limited play.
Do you think she's the worst one?
No, I do not think she's the worst hero.
Who would you say is the worst one?
DJ.
I'm cool with that. I think that these two are buildable in Premiere. I think that if you really wanted to build Leia, you can make it work. People have built Hera to some success. People have built I don't know. I think it's possible. This one, I just can't wrap my head around.
Nope.
Take Sly Moore down further and see. As I'm thinking about her, I don't like my rating on her. All right, that's fine. She's better than Lamasu. I mean,
yeah, I think
Lamasu.
So too. I think Lamasu's up here.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You. And I think that maybe this either comes down or Palpatine comes. I think Palpatine goes up. Honestly, I think Palpatine goes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that these are decent spotlight decks, and I think for what they're trying to do, they do show off the set really well.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Will they be good?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Luthen is our clear winner.
I feel confident that Luthen and Sab and Dryden will be good leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think Jabba will be good in limited.
I agree with that as well.
And I think he'll be like one of the premier limited heroes.
This B tier is so funny to me. I think these are all correct.
Yeah.
I can concede that he's probably not going to be as good as I think he is. But the rest of these are just.
I'm going to be on the lookout for Leia in limited. That's where I'm going to play Leia and just be like, oh, it turns out it's actually just Snoke.
More power to you.
Yeah.
I personally do think that we are much kinder than anticipated.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to be much meaner about this. Because like when you think about these,
because we're comparing them against each other as opposed to
right.
If we're looking at this as all right, what 3 of these leaders will see premier play.
Yeah,
with Satine seeing premier play because she's got a gimmick.
Yeah,
right.
3 of these leaders will see premier play. Will they even be good in premier? Is Luthen better than Sabine? Probably not.
No, definitely not.
Probably not.
I think from here backwards won't make a splash in anything. I do think Dedra will.
If you think Deirdre's going to make a splash, she needs to be an A then.
Yeah, but what did you guys have her as?
I don't remember nor care. But if you think
yeah, I don't remember.
Well, I have my own personal rating. It's not like I think that. Well, it's a team effort here. I'm fine with this personally.
I'm fine with it.
We could let this lie.
Yep.
So we can revisit this in about
4 months.
3 months and see how wrong we were. You know.
Yep. Leia's Snoke.
Leia's Snoke. Make it happen. Well, that's going to do it for us. Let us know how absolutely stupid and wrong and idiotic we are in the comments. That being said, join us for next time for another tier list where we discuss all the legendaries from Secrets of Power. This set is so close and on the horizon, and I am whelmed.
I am. Yeah. I don't think this set is.
If you are, I am.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.
Thank you.